Hey everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Monday. It's Malfeasance Monday. It's Mugshot Monday. And you know what, guys? Even though I'm trying to find my sticker, even though we're not doing Love After Lockup, we are still doing Mugshot Monday. I think it's backwards, but it's still Mugshot Monday. And I got Keisha here, and we're going to talk about inmate to roommate.
We just got that prison in us. It's just something about us in that prison. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like we got girl gang, not like girl gang. We got like that girl prison gang somewhere deep inside of us. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But we're like too scary for like real prison life.
We're too scared, not too scary.
We're way too scared for all of that.
Scared,
We got to have like our pillows, AC, nose spray, manicure, pedicures, hair extensions, lash serums, all that kind of stuff.
All of it. Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah. But when we watch it, we're all about that thug life. Only when we're watching it.
For that 42 minutes. We are.
Yeah. Immediately when we're done, we are rubbing on our poodles and our half poodle breed dogs and all of that. But while we're watching it, we're straight up thugs. Yeah.
We're like, I could do that. I could do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Then I'm let me get my flavored water and my Stanley cup.
And I'm like, where is my chamomile tea? I need to calm down a little bit.
Oh my God. Well, I didn't say we were texting about our recording and stuff, and you were like, it was a good episode, and I hadn't watched it yet. And then I watched it like last night or whatever. I was like, it's gonna be a long time to make the notes because it was really good. Because sometimes you can just kind of sail past it, but it's a really good episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
All right, let's get into it then. Let's do it. And guys, this is also on video, so it's for free over on YouTube. You just type in Pink Shade Podcast, you'll find it, and you can see us on YouTube. And I went to the pool today. My 50 SPF, but I did put on a little mascara for everybody. So
I mean, you look like you just got back from vacation.
I know, I've got that bronzed pool look. It's been so nice here. I mean, it's been like in the 80s, but like zero humidity. Zero humidity, which is unusual. So it hasn't been so miserable. But guess what? This week we're back up to like 80% humidity and like 100 degrees. So all my brand new flowers will be dead.
That's how it is here in Texas. We are not safe.
No. And I just ordered 2 new sprinklers for the front yard so that I don't have to stand out there with the hose all day because I just got all this new landscaping and they're all going to die.
Yeah. The struggle is real.
I don't like to go out in the yard. I'm an indoor cat.
I said indoor dog. I'm like, I'm an indoor dog. I'm a show dog. Keep me in the house.
Yes. You're a show dog for sure.
Yes, I am. Yes.
All right. Inmate to roommate. You guys, this is a show on A&E. It's on Thursday nights. It's very good. We really liked last season. And this is gearing up to be. And I was interested too, because I was like, oh, maybe they'll kind of they'll bring some people back or whatever. No. All new people. It is a Matt Sharp production. So it's going to be good. Okay.
Yes.
Inmate to Roommate, Season 2, Episode 3, The Finesse King. We don't like this guy.
But he makes for good TV.
He does, but whoa, is he shady, shady, shady.
Yes,
shady.
He is.
Sneaky.
Yes.
Liar. He's a liar.
Yes, he is.
All right, let's start, but we're not going to start with him. We're going to start with Cyndi in Minnesota and Jennifer. Now, we remember Cyndi is the lady who lost her foot in COVID or something, and she has a prosthetic leg and she has a wheelchair, and she just really needs help around her house. And whoa, this week did we see some more pictures of that house that were like, yikes.
Yeah,
yikes.
She is beyond Mary Maid. She is beyond home health care. She needs to be on TLC Hoarders.
Yeah. And listen, I understand she's working with one leg, so she can't go down the basement and clean stuff. I get it. And I understand that she does need help in the house. I know, but
This
you think she was like that?
Okay.
All right.
Yes. This did not start with the one leg. We're not going to blame this on the leg. Okay.
Okay. All right.
This started before. This is like some deep rooted shit going on with her. This is just, look at how she looks.
I know. I hate when people listen. I think it's fun when you do like your hair a color or whatever, but you got to maintain. You got to maintain that shit. You
That is
can't
not
just let it
maintained at
like half
all.
grow it out and stuff. No, you got to maintain it.
And she's got like 2 or 3 colors going on.
Yeah. Yeah. She just put color on top of color and it's, or maybe she did
It's
that Kool-Aid thing that you do where you paint it with the Kool-Aid, you know?
You know what? That would make more sense.
That's what the kids
because
do.
it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cute.
Bless her. Okay. So we open with I have Cyndi from Wisconsin, but I think they're in Minnesota. But I think I just exchanged the two in my mind. Cyndi from Minnesota on her scooter, and she's with her friend Richard in front of the prison, waiting for Jennifer to be released. Now, we do know that Richard introduced Cyndi and Jennifer, but can you remind me how Richard knows Jennifer? Because there seems to be a huge age gap there.
So I remember him saying that he would help Jennifer out, like they met when her car needed to be worked on or something like that.
Okay.
But, you know, Richard ain't shit because he is doing Jennifer dirty by hooking her up with Cyndi.
Oh, I was about to say the opposite, but now I see what you're saying. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I think Richard wants Cyndi off of his back. So he's like, let me get the girl coming out of prison who has nowhere else in the world to go, and she's gonna take this bitch off me. She's gonna help her out. That's
he's like, I'm tired of going over there every weekend and taking out 400 trash bags. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're right. You're completely right. Okay. So they're standing outside waiting, and Jennifer was in prison for 7 months this time. She's been in and out for 8 years. 7 months this time, drug possession and parole violation, and she's set to live with Cyndi indefinitely. Okay. Well, that's what we're saying now. So she comes out, and she's cute. Jennifer's cute.
Yeah. Cute. I like her. Yeah.
She says she's super grateful for Cyndi for taking her in. She has her trash bag full of stuff and a box. And so I zoomed in because I was like, is this another prisoner with a keyboard? But no, it's a television.
Yeah, I figured it was a TV because it was one of our other prison shows. I think this was Prison Brides or something like that.
He came out
someone
with a TV.
else came out of TV. Yeah, we watch way too many prison shows that we actually have a Rolodex of prison shows.
And then he beat up his baby mama, and she went back to Australia.
And the baby is so cute. I have been watching him on Instagram, and she dresses him so cute.
And the baby's going to have a little Australian accent. There's nothing cuter than a toddler with an accent. Come on.
I know. He's adorable.
Cute. Okay. Please remind me of that Instagram so I could follow that baby.
I will.
Good job, baby. Okay. It's a 13-inch television. So they both say separately, they're like, we're happy, to meet each other and start this journey as friends and roommates together. Everything's fun. So Jennifer says, Cyndi seems fun, laid back. Yeah. And then Jennifer goes, you know what I'd love? I'd love to get a cigarette, which, I mean, okay, people smoke in prison.
Yes. Yeah.
And talking heads, Cyndi goes, wanting a stimulant right out of prison is concerning.
Girl.
Come on now.
We have seen your house. That is of great concern to all of us. Not a cigarette.
Not a cigarette. And she didn't say she didn't say I hadn't had a cigarette in 7 months. I really want one. She's probably like, I smoked my last cigarette 2 hours ago, and now I'd like another one.
Well, how about the fact that Cyndi was smoking the cigarette? That's how she knew Cyndi had cigarettes. That's why she asked her. It's because Cyndi popped that one, even though there's a sign right there that says no smoking.
And they're smoking in the car, just in the car, just like my childhood. Mom smoking in the car with the windows up, just like my childhood. So they go to a restaurant. It's a pizza place, and Jennifer's super excited. She said all she wanted is pizza. And so they're asking her, do you want this? You want that? And she goes, I literally just want a regular pizza with some vegetables. So I'm like, all right, I like Jennifer because she's just like, I'm not trying to get fancy. I haven't had real vegetables in 7 months. I just want some vegetables on a pizza. So now we see Jennifer does her like confessional talking head, and whoa, the hair. She had that 80s pull to the side.
Yes, she did.
Curly, crunchy. I was like,
all the Aquanet, the Aquanet. Yes.
I was like, whoa, she got some 80s hair. She says the prison food was awful. I always saw the pizza commercials, and I was like, right when I get out, I want pizza. And I was like, okay, great. Cyndi says, I don't know much about Jennifer's past, just the history of being incarcerated and, because she's on drugs, but that's all she knows. So people aren't finding out much about each other is what we're
And I don't
learning.
understand. It's public records. Like, how are you not researching this? I don't get it.
I was public record researching some shit this weekend.
You
probably know what I was, and you probably know what I was researching too.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
You do
have to think about it. But like, if my friend is dating someone new, I'm like,
oh, me too.
Who is this person? What are they about? And these people are like bringing people to, not just people to live with them, people who have been in prison.
And I don't even know why. They're like, I wonder why they were in prison. Well, that doesn't matter. Why? She's going to help me clean my basement. I mean, okay.
You found your body in the goddamn basement. You better look up her charges. Like, they are killing me.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So Cyndi says, so Jennifer, what did you go to prison for? Probably should have found that out. And she goes, oh, well, the first time I was selling some drugs, but it was like a setup. The person was wearing a wire. It was meth and it was a setup. Well, you should have been selling meth. And and then she tells Cyndi, I was addicted to meth and I could not go a day without it. And Cindy's like, what? It's like Cyndi has never heard of anybody having an addiction to anything. Like she was like, you couldn't go a day without it. Wow.
Which is so funny to me because when I look at Cyndi looks like she used to be addicted to something. She just got that about her. You know what I mean? Like she looks like she's lived a hard life.
Yeah. Yes. So
leg loss. Okay.
I know.
Yeah. She just looks like she's lived a hard life and just, I'm surprised by how surprised she is about everything that Jennifer is telling her and how judgmental she's being.
Yes. Judgmental and stunned. So she goes, yeah. And she goes, I had to sell drugs to like feed my habit. And when you're addicted, it's a struggle that never goes away. And she's like, I've never heard of such. So in her talking head, Cyndi goes, I'm concerned. I mean, it seems like Jennifer's got a long battle ahead of her. Like, it's every day when you're an addict, it's every day.
But she has a long battle in front of her too at her house.
Yeah. Yeah. She just needs to burn it down and start over. I mean, really,
but
it's bad.
The thing, she has a friend who also is an ex-addict. So why is she acting so surprised about everything with Jennifer? We met her friend Angela.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
I don't know. I don't get it. She confuses me.
So then Cyndi says to Jennifer, I was just thinking like when you wanted that cigarette, maybe that's a red flag. And Jennifer goes, no, I think you're talking about triggers. Like, are you trying to say triggers? And Cyndi goes, yeah, maybe it's a trigger. And she's like, no, a cigarette is not a trigger. And Cyndi goes, but how will I know if you need help? How will I know if you're relapsing? And she goes, okay, well, if I'm being really snappy and arguing with you, then you should probably sit me down and be like, how are you feeling? Are you feeling like you're going to use? Is this a trigger for you? And she goes, that's what you should do with me. And so Cyndi goes, oh, okay. I have a few cans of a hard ice, a few. I think she's got a garage full. She says, I got a few cans of like hard iced tea. Do you think that's going to be a problem? And then she goes, I don't know about that. I'm going to have to ask my parole officer. Like the parole officer would say, you can't be in a house with anything like that. Yeah. I'll ask my parole officer. But I think really Cyndi wanted to know, is it a problem for you if there's alcohol in the house? Is that, you know what I mean? But Jennifer, I think was just like, it doesn't matter to me, but I'll have to ask my parole officer.
And here's the thing, it's Mike's hard iced tea. Like there's
twisted tea or whatever. Yeah.
I mean,
the kids call them tweez.
Oh, I didn't know they had.
Like, hey, can you pick me up a pack of tweez? Tweez, twisted tea, tweez.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
learned something.
She's acting like it is hardcore liquor.
Yeah, it's not bottles of vodka. It's just now. Listen, you can have a good time on some tweez, but it would take a few. It'd be real full afterwards. Yeah.
She's acting like it's laced with Coke. The way she's talking about it, just like.
And so the Jennifer talks to Richard to be like, what's your opinion about Cyndi? Like, what's going on here? Richard goes, she can be a little rough sometimes. And thank God she's your problem now. So, and the talking head, Jennifer says, the questions are a little much. I'm literally just got out. I'm trying to enjoy my freedom and my pizza. And I feel like maybe there's a lot that Richard does for Cyndi that's now going to fall on me.
She's already peeped the game.
Now she got it. Now she got it. So now Cyndi comes back to the table and she says, so Jennifer, I mean, they have been around each other now about 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah.
And she says, so with my disability, are you going to be able to help me with stuff around the house and also like the household bills? And then her talking head, she goes, I need a lot of help cleaning my basement and my garage, and I need help with the bills. So Jennifer's like, looks at Richard, like literally as if she was speaking a different language. She looks at Richard like, what did she just say? And Richard says, she wants to know if you're going to be able to help with the bills. And Jennifer goes, well, I got out of prison 1 hour ago. And she says, I have to, and this is, this is recovery speak. She says, I have to take care of myself before I can take care of anyone else. I have to make sure I'm good before I can make sure anyone else is good. So basically, I can't help you with your hoarding problem or the bills. I have to go to AA and NA meetings twice a day and try to work in between, Yeah.
I mean, and that's common sense. Like, she literally just got out of prison. She's got kids. Like, she's got a whole list of priorities before.
I didn't know she had kids. I didn't know Jennifer had kids. I forgot about that.
She's got 2 kids that live with her mom. So, I mean, Cyndi's doing way too much.
And then Cyndi says to her, very offensively, in my opinion, she says, so do you think this is going to be a free ride?
It was rude. She's very rude.
Rude. And again, this is not like day 4 conversation. This is like the car is still warm from us picking you up. And then in the talking head, Jennifer goes, if she thinks I'm just going to be her maid, she's out of her goddamn mind.
Well, that's what she's thinking.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens with them next week. Okay, let's move on to my favorite people of all time, and this is Analisa and Vada. I love them.
Hilarious.
They are a reality show. Them trying to remodel that house is the reality show I want.
Like, I think
what's happening there.
15 years from now, that house is going to look exactly how it looks right now.
Really?
Nothing. I mean, even the little blue paint tape is starting to peel. It's been up there so long.
Well, right when I first saw it, I was like, oh, they just like this guy got out earlier than they thought. They're trying to redo their house to look up. But no, they haven't even mentioned the home project aspect of this. They haven't even mentioned it.
What's to mention? There's nothing to mention. It's been like that for years.
Okay. Well, I think that you're right. I think you're right.
I think so too.
Oh my God. Support for today's episode comes from Honey Love. Honey Love has revolutionized the bra game. Say goodbye to underwear without sacrificing lift. Honey Love's bras feature supportive bonding that eliminates the need for uncomfortable wires. Honey Love offers a wide range of sizes and caters to the diverse needs of all women. So those of us with small boobs finally have a bra that doesn't keep riding up or need to be pulled down. And those of us, that's me, with bigger boobs can finally have a bra that is supportive and comfortable. Plus, they're made with a fabric that's so soft you'll forget you're wearing it for real. It's time to spring clean your bra drawer. For a limited time only, you can get Honey Love on sale. Get 20% off your entire order with our exclusive link, honeylove.com/pinkshade. Support our show and check out honeylove.com/pinkshade. You guys, you know how I feel about bras, and during the pandemic, I stopped wearing a real bra altogether. I only was wearing those like flimsy sleeping bras. So I'm happy to tell you guys that with Honey Love, I have found a bra that will do both. I can wear it all day, has support, doesn't look like I'm wearing my pajamas, and also I could sleep in it if I wanted to because it is just that comfortable. I'm telling you guys, you need to check it out. So Honey Love is not just supporting women, it's empowering women. Treat yourself to the best bras on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/pinkshade. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/pinkshade to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and say Pink Shade sent you. Honeys, you deserve this. Free the pain and discomfort and keep the support with Honey Love. So, Analisa and Vada are there. And remember, they've got Mark, and Mark was in for 8 years, robbery, first degree with a gun enhancement. Okay. Not great to bring somebody who's got a gun charge into your home, in my opinion.
Nope. No. In everyone's opinion.
So we open with Analisa saying to Vada, because remember they had like an argument the last time. She says to Vada, "Can you believe that shit? Disrespectful ass kids." And Vada goes, "That's off the hook." And this is about the threesome. He goes, "That's off the hook. He must think we some freaks." But meanwhile, he's like smiling like he tried. Vada loves him.
Like this is lively to Vada. Like this is a spark. Like he is greatly entertained by all of this. And I have to say, Vada is so fucking cool. He's like someone you would love to hang out with. And I think he thinks his wife and her antics are funny.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He thinks like the bantering between Mark and Analisa, it's funny to him. His life has been boring a little bit. Like this is something he's like, oh, I bring it on. Mark has added that spark. Yes, he is loving this. And he's just so laid back and cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I really like him. Yeah.
It was funny. So that's when he goes, "He must think we're some freaks." And in the talking head, she goes, "This man has not even been in the house, and he's already asking 2 women to stay here. I don't even know them. This is not a brothel." And so Mark has walked out with these 2 girls. Remember, one is like saying bitch as going out the door. And outside, he tells the girls, he goes, I let me get my bag. He goes, "I have to stay here for my parole. Like I have to stay here." And which was good that he came to his senses. And then outside, he goes, "Yeah, I guess I'm going to stay in that stale ass room with no TV. It's worse than being in prison, being put in the hole." I was like, probably not.
It's not.
That's a concrete floor in the hole. What are you talking about?
And here's the thing. Where the fuck is your family at? Like your family won't even take you in. And you want to talk about these people opening up their home to you. The bedroom's not bad. I mean,
it's fine.
It's fine. Maybe they have it like it's just plain because maybe they thought you would want to do something with it. They don't know what you fucking like. You know what I mean?
She got him a Snickers and deodorant and all that stuff. It was nice.
And an Obama bobblehead. Every room needs an Obama bobblehead.
That's cute.
Come on now. Mine's on back order right now. I'm waiting for it to come in.
You know, she walked around the house and was like, "What can we put in there for decoration?" I bet he'd like this bobblehead. Pull that out of the cabinet.
I know.
She walked around just looking for extra lamps and shit in that house.
He's just been an asshole.
So, so Vada says to Analisa, he goes, "I'm going to continue to be respectful to him." Mm-hmm. And Analisa goes, I want to help this man move forward, but I do not need this stress in my life. And Vada says, "You can't wash your chances. You can't wash your hands of him. You got to give him 10 chances because that's what you give your special ed kids." Is Vada a special ed teacher?
I don't know, but I damn near fell out the bed when he said that because maybe he once was. It sounds like they were maybe social workers or something like that because on the very first episode, when they couldn't figure out what year they met, Vada said that they met at something for foster children. So they've got like a social worker background or something like this. And maybe they're planning on having an ARD meeting for Mark coming up here pretty soon to figure out exactly what to do with him. Mm-hmm. Since now he's like, this is what we do with kids in special education, which, you know what? I think he's right because Mark is not, I'm not saying he's special ed or anything like this, but he is at his maturity level is that of a small child.
It's very, very teenager,
very much so.
Yeah. Yeah. And probably he's been in and out of prison since he was a teenager. So that makes sense, right? It makes sense.
Yeah.
So Mark comes back in with his stuff and Analisa goes, "Oh, looks like you're trying to move your stuff back in here, but I told you, you can't be in here. So you need to go." And Vada goes, as Mark just keeps walking right on back to the room. And Vada goes, "Looks like you made the right decision." And he's smiling. And she goes, "Okay, go ahead then."
Yeah.
So in the talking head, Mark goes, "Look, here's the thing. I got to take advantage of this free housing and I got a stable place to go until something else can pop up." Okay. So Vada is like, "No, I'm very excited to work with him." I was like, Vada is so positive and sweet.
Yes, he is. I think he's just a positive person. I think he likes, they have to have social worker background. I just can being a former social worker, I see it in Vada, and I also see it in Analisa. But her patients are not the same as Veda's at all. I don't know if she's going through menopause or she just ain't got time for the bullshit. And I can respect that. But they most definitely have worked with youth before. You can see
it. Yeah. Totally. So Mark walks back into the room and Analisa goes, I got to tell you, I was just taken aback when you asked me to allow these ladies to stay at this house. It's totally disrespectful. And he goes, I mean, they got nowhere to go. Of course, I had to ask. And he goes, you tried to ruin my first day out. And I go,
well, where were they going to stay at if he hadn't? Where were they going to stay had he still been in prison?
Where did they stay last night?
Exactly.
They don't seem homeless. They have a car.
Yeah.
What do you mean they have nowhere to stay? Are they literally off the streets? Do they live in a tent under the freeway? I don't think so.
I doubt it. Because, baby, she had that baby hair pulled damn near to her eyebrows. The one girl with the ponytail. I'm like, baby hair needs to stay on babies.
And then also that bitchy teenagery looking white chick. All right.
Oh, she was. Yeah.
Young.
Mm-hmm.
So Analisa says, those young women are not my problem. And this is my home. And what I say goes. Do you follow me? Do you follow what I'm saying? And he nods it. And she goes, now, here's the rules. I need you home at 11 every night. And he goes, that's not going to happen. I'm a grown man. And she says, you asked me to keep you accountable. And this is what it is. And he goes, well, this is some crazy shit right here. It's like you're running a prison. Let's compromise. 11 o'clock is too early. And Vada goes, okay. Let's
Captain
try.
Save-A-Ho.
He goes, let's try 11 o'clock for a week. And if you can show us you're responsible, we can make it later. And Annalise goes, nope, not 1 week. You've been talking too much shit to me. It's 2 weeks.
Because she's pissed.
She's pissed. She was like, no, Vada, you don't get to come in and be the nice guy. And now I'm the asshole, you know? So
I was trying to think of how I felt about the 11 o'clock curfew.
I feel good about it because that's here in this house. I really don't go to sleep until the last person's in. And so if they say I'll be home by 12, I'm just laying there. And then, can I stay out till 1? I'm like, it's fine, but I'm just awake now. I mean, I'll try to go to sleep, but I can't go to sleep until I know that the alarm is on and the house is closed down. So I'm that person. So maybe she's like that. Maybe she can't go to sleep till she knows everybody's in the house.
So by a certain time, if Skylar's not home, I'm like, just wake me up as soon as you get here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And she does.
I don't want to be woken up.
So she'll text me and, I will hear the phone go off. And in my trazodone days, I'll pop up real quick, see it, and go right back down.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm unable to
and I'll go right back to sleep. Yeah. There's some nights I don't hear shit. I'll see it the next morning. I'm like, oh, great. She did tell me.
Oh, good. She's home. She's home.
Yeah. But most of the time, I will wake up and just go right back to sleep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it took me some time to get there because I used to just stay up. I would just stay up.
John, I know, even if he's been out with his buddies or whatever, I know that he will lock the doors and turn on the alarm. I do know that about him. But Anna sometimes will literally forget to lock the front door. Or I'll wake up at 3 o'clock and be like, she didn't set that alarm. And then now I got to trudge downstairs. But God, did she even lock the door? I mean, the other morning, a couple of weeks ago, I went to let the dogs out in the morning. Like, okay, let's go out to go to the bathroom. And the door was unlocked. So I said to whoever.
I don't believe it.
It's true.
I said, I'm not going to let you talk about Anna bad.
I said to my husband, have you been out of the door yet? He goes, no. He goes, the dogs didn't come down with me. I haven't been out yet. I go, well, the front door was unlocked. He goes, oh, God. So when she came down, I told her and she goes, yeah, that was me. Sorry. I go, girl.
No, that child is perfect in every way.
Okay,
I don't think she left it. I think one of the dogs just unlocked the door.
I mean, they are smart, but they're not tall. But they're not tall.
Well, they know how to push shit up to the door to reach it. So I'm not going to believe that Anna did that. No, I don't believe it at all. So
okay.
I'm team Anna all the way. Always,
I know.
Always.
I know.
She does no wrong.
Okay. All right. So now we have Vada and Analisa in a talking head together. And she says, nothing he is doing, meaning Mark, nothing he's doing or saying shows us that he's ready to get on his feet and do right. And he says him just coming back into the house, Vada's like him just coming back in the house shows me he wants to do right and be here. And that shows me he wants to follow the rules.
No, it doesn't. It says he doesn't want to be fucking homeless.
I mean, also he'll have to go right back to prison.
Yeah, and it's part of his parole. And
then we see him in his room. He's like, I mean, I can maybe do it 11 o'clock for 2 weeks, but I don't think so. Like, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So Vada says, just by himself to the producer, he goes, I feel positive and I feel like I'm hoping he'll be able to maintain this curfew. And producer goes, do you think Mark is going to be able to maintain the curfew? And he goes, hell no.
It's good to have high hopes, but he also faces reality. He knows he's got to fuck this up.
These two are stars and they need their own show. Just give Mark out. I love them.
I would watch that. Yeah. And their daughter too.
Yeah.
She's pretty damn funny as
she
well.
could drop in and make some funny quips and leave because she probably has an apartment that everything's not off the walls and tape everywhere.
Right.
Now we see Mark showing the cameras his getaway window on the second floor. He's like, this is my getaway right here. I'm going to come in. I'm going to go right back out. I was like, again, teenager.
He's already got plans.
Teenager.
Yeah, he's a child.
What does he care about a 2-foot drop? He's like, whatever. I won't break my ankle. I'll be fine.
He's like, I got long legs.
That's good. I'll hang right out. So, okay. So then in the talking head, Vada says, yeah, the way that Mark spoke to Analisa was disrespectful and wrong and actually hurt her feelings. And I'm going to talk to him man to man. So we're going to go out. So they go to a hookah bar. Which I was like, is this where you want to be taken, Mark? Maybe he wants to really relax him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good idea. I mean, chill out, relax, smoke.
I don't know about hookah. Does hookah get you kind of high or drunk feeling?
It does relax you.
Okay.
But you never done hookah?
No, I don't know. Is it like smoking pot? Is it?
No, it's not like that. But it does kind of chill you out, relax you. The atmosphere is pretty chill. Yeah. But it's not like weed.
Oh, okay. Mm-mm. So you could drive. It's not like you should go to the hookah bar.
Oh,
and not
absolutely.
Drive.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't get high. It just chills you out and relaxes you, but nothing is as great as weed.
That's Keisha talking, not me. All right. So Mark, they're talking. And so Mark tells Vada, I'm sure you don't ever get to say exactly what you want to say in your house. Mm-hmm. And Vada goes, man, happy wife, happy life. And you were rude and obnoxious. Yeah. And Mark kind of nods. And Vada says, look, you respect me. I respect you. But that extends to my wife. And, you know, my wife may seem tough and talk tough, but she's actually very, very sensitive. And you hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
So in talking head, Mark says, look, I'm glad Vada's standing up for his wife. That's what he's supposed to do. But I definitely was not in the wrong. All right, Mark.
He is so.
God, he's bad. He's bad. He's bad to the bone.
He's so immature. Just like, I would love to hear his backstory.
Me too. I'd like more. We need a Love After Lockup, like more information.
I agree.
Match our prayers. So he tells Vada, he goes, man, I just got out of prison after almost 8 years. And Analisa, like she's a cock blocker for real. And Vada is over there hoofing on his hookah. And he goes, yeah, man, there's a time and a place for everything, but there is nothing worse than a cock block.
Vada. He's. Oh, I'm going to agree with Mark on that. It was just the way that he went about it.
Right.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have had those girls meet him there. He should have been like, got to their house, got settled, and been like, I'm going out with some friends for 2 hours to a hotel, and then I'll be back. I mean, he handled it completely wrong. Yes.
So part of the original plan was that the girls were supposed to meet him before he got picked up, but they were running late.
Right. Because they're trash box.
Like they were they were like super young. Maybe what, 20?
I mean, that girl looked like 17, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We ain't gonna get
And they ditched that third girl. They ditched that third girl. Third girl, they were like, nope.
The girl, she was
like, I can't handle all this. Yeah.
She's like, I got to be home by 11.
So Mark says, look, if this living situation doesn't work out, I'm going back to prison. So obviously he's going to make it work. Now, Okay, wait. Oh, wait. I forgot what he said after cock block. Vada asked Mark to apologize. He says she put a lot of effort into your room, and Mark goes, "I can respect that. I'll talk to her." And then Vada goes, "And please don't tell her I was smoking."
I love Ada.
I love him. So, all right, now they come home, and she's got on some new. She took off her Rhythm Nation keys, and now she's got on some big red balls on her ears.
I thought she was going to take off those Rhythm Nation earrings and use that key to open up a can of whoop ass for Mark. I really, 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 really did. I was like, don't do it, Analisa. Wait till the cameras go off. Don't get caught on camera. Don't do it on camera. Wait till the camera crew is gone and whoop his ass because we don't need evidence.
Oh, God. So she says, she goes, it's tense in this house. You think somebody would be grateful. So Mark goes in the kitchen to talk to her. She's like chopping up some fruit. And did you notice that every pot and pan they own is on that counter? It was like, no lie, 16 to 20 full ass pots and pans all stacked up on each other on the counter. Not drying on top of each other. Like they didn't have cabinets. Which maybe they don't because they're remodeling. I don't know.
I cannot live like that.
I was like, what's happening on these counters? Every pot and pan you own is in a pyramid on the counter. It's like 20 things. It was crazy.
She seems like she's like, I got an idea. I want to do this. And then she doesn't complete it. And then she goes on, I want to do that now. And doesn't complete it.
And it, so she's got no cabinets in her kitchen. They're all ripped out. She's put everything on the counter, but now she's moved on to his room.
I can't.
He better be glad it's finished.
Yeah.
So then, so Mark says, look, I'm sorry if I was disrespectful. And hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from because I was locked up for 8 years. And I just wanted to get out and see somebody I knew. And and he says, so she says, I appreciate the apology. And oh my God, I've just got to tell you that I was dictating this and I literally don't even know what it says. And she says, I know that she was like, I appreciate the apology. And, we have very good intentions for you. And he says, yeah. So they're eating the fruit. He really likes it. And these are great strawberries, whatever. And she says, like, our goal is to help you get on your feet and be accountable. And he goes, you know what? I'm glad you stood your ground because I was doing too much. And she goes, yeah, when we talked when you were in prison, you said you wanted help becoming an adult. And things are different out here now. There's a lot of young brothers out here getting killed. And I don't want you to fall into the wrong crowd. And, things are different. I was like, it's not different from 8 years ago. People are out there still getting killed, drug dealers and stuff. I don't know why she thinks it's different. And, but you're going to have to be willing to put the work in. You have to do the work. And he goes, I dig that. That's great. These are great strawberries. And she says, can you abide by the curfew? And he goes, absolutely. And he says, hopefully you accept my apology and we can just move forward. And she says, yes. And the first thing is when you talk to someone, you need to look him in the eye because he's like looking down a lot. He's all hopped up on the hookah.
He was hopped up on those strawberries.
He was happy. Listen, we've seen about the prison food. Like they hadn't had a fresh fruit vegetable in a long time. And even I don't even really like fruit. I'd be thrilled to have it,
Yeah, he was serious about those strawberries. I mean, that was the most serious that he's been since we've seen him was about those fucking strawberries. Right. I think if she just keeps him on an all strawberry diet, he'll do well. He'll be okay.
And then he says, unfortunately, that apology is a means to an end. I mean, she may win this battle, but she didn't win the war. Yeah, I gave her a hug because that's how you finesse. The Finesse King, you looking at him right here.
Oh my God. He's so
Vada's not going to like that. Vada's not going to like that.
It's going to come to some blows.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope
not physical, but like she's going to blow up.
Yeah. I don't want Vada to get his ass kicked by a former inmate. That would be bad.
I mean, because Vada would get his ass kicked, most definitely. But I just think things are gonna blow up in that house. It's not gonna be a success story.
I don't know. Listen, we thought that last season and we did have a couple that turned around. So okay.
Yeah.
Y'all know how much I love Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right? I talk about it all the time. I'm loving their new mocktails this summer. They have that Cosmo one. It's so good. But here's something you didn't know. Did you know that National Smoothie Day is Friday, June 21st? National Smoothie Day is my kind of day. Yes, it's National Smoothie Day. So head on over to Tropical Smoothie Cafe and you're going to get a free smoothie on June 21st with a bowl or food purchase. You can order in the app, online, or in cafe. And I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite sandwich at Tropical Smoothie Cafe is the turkey bacon ranch. It is so delicious. But let me tell you something else. I also love the kids meal with the turkey cheddar wrap. Okay. My kids love the bowls, but these are the two things I love the most. And again, you guys, mango berry smoothie Cosmo is their new mocktail, and they also have the watermelon mojito smoothie. These things are delicious. So head on over to Tropical Smoothie, and you're going to get your free smoothie with a bowl or food purchase on June 21st. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You're on Tropic time now. Okay, so because I didn't take notes on the last two episodes, you were doing the bullet points for me. I haven't really studied these people.
Okay.
Marisol and Jim in Spring City, Tennessee, and then Mickey as their inmate who we've not met yet. These two dum-dums. I
don't like anyone from this situation. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you'll like the roommates or you'll like the inmates?
Yeah.
I don't like any of them from this group.
But we don't know Mickey yet. He might be great, but
maybe, but I don't like the roommates in this situation at all.
Marisol and Jim are not it.
They're not, and they kind of have like this, like their superior kind of attitude. I don't know if it's just me, but that's how I feel about them.
Cult leader wannabe a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole we all of a sudden speak in tongues and we put our hands on people's heads and they pass out and they're healed.
Nope.
I don't even like the way they talk. Like there's something about the way that they talk. I don't get good vibes from them at all. And then I don't like the fact that the inmate's name is Mickey. Like his real legal government name is Mickey. Unless your last name is Mouse, your first name as a man doesn't need to be Mickey. It's just something about this bothers me. It just does. And I am so sorry if your name is Mickey and you're a man. It is not your fault, but it is just odd to me. It's just odd. It's just
wow.
I don't know.
How did you feel about Mikey? Remember Mikey that's now gone to prison?
That's
again?
okay to me. Okay. I'm gonna say one thing about that.
Okay, don't blame the victim.
I'm not gonna victim blame.
Okay.
I just think that whole situation was toxic.
Yes, I think so too. And I think that actually we have a listener. Could be Andrea, could be Andrea, I never know. But and she's great on TikTok, and she personally dealt with whoever was that the deaf girl that Mikey was with.
Chelsea
Personally dealt with her and was like, she literally had her children like delivering weed for her. Like she's a horrible.
She did
selling drugs. She's a horrible person.
Yeah.
She's a horrible person. And we'd heard that, but I forgot where I heard it. And then the listener recently, we're like on TikTok, follow each other.
Yeah.
Recently told me that or reminded me of that.
She's horrible. And I just feel like I felt like that was a fight.
Yeah. Why are we trying so hard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we wish the best for everybody, but we're not victim blaming Chelsea.
No,
he did go back to jail on
I think he's out.
Charges. Okay, good. I mean, not good. I don't know. If he's an abuser, then he needs to be in prison. But I mean, when he was on the show, when he was on Love After Lockup, we liked him.
Yes.
But R.I.P. Okay. Marisol and Jim. So they are up early. They're preparing to go pick up their roommate / inmate, Mickey.
That they know very little about as well.
And I believe that Jim says regarding Mickey, he believes in Jesus and says he's been saved. Hallelujah. And Marisol says, I am a little worried and I don't know what to expect. And the unknown does have me concerned. And then they pray in the kitchen before they leave. Hallelujah. So they say, if Mickey fails, he's looking at 21 years, and they're hopeful that God's will be done and Mickey can start a new life. So they walk to pick him up. Now it's funny because they go in the police station and we never get inside the police station. This is exciting.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I love this cop, by the way, behind the desk. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's not going to be great news, but I'll talk to you. And he says,
He kind of looked at him like, here, look at these two suckers right here.
they're just doing anything for $1 with their wrapped up Hummer, trying to like.
That Hummer bothered my soul.
Me too. Anything with you've got your wrap with your logo on it, I'm looking at you sideways.
Yeah.
Wrapped with your church logo. Now, come on now.
The church logo was, and here's the thing. I don't want anyone to think that I'm a devil worshiper. I am not.
You're not. I know you're not.
I'm a total Catholic school kid. I pray every day, have strong faith, but they do too much.
Too much.
They seem like they are very culty like to me.
Anybody speaking in tongues, it's a no for me, dog. So
I agree.
So they say, okay, so they walk in and talk to this cop who was hilarious. And he goes, oh, you're here to pick up Mickey today? Well, I don't know if you're going to pick him up today. He's got holds and warrants in another county. Yes. It could be today. It could be the end of the week. Yeah. So sorry you drove out here for no reason. He's supposed to have video court today, but who knows if it'll happen. And they go, really? Well, what is Mickey in prison for? Because he told us it was, parole violation. And he goes, hold on here. And he's like, scroll.
Yeah.
And he says, the original charge was evading arrest, driving on a revoked license, aggravated assault on a first responder, and evading arrest again. Those are his original charges. Okay. So Jim goes, Mickey told us he was in jail for a probation violation and just 2 theft charges and manufacturing of meth. Okay, no, wait. Probation violation, theft charges, and manufacturing of meth, and that's it? So who cares if he's driving on a revoked license? My God, he was making meth in his basement.
Meth. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah.
So we get the black screen of death where they say Mickey must appear in court today before being released. After he is seen by a judge, he will be transported to a nearby county to settle additional charges there. So they can't pick him up. He's got to be transported, not by them in a van.
Yes.
So they were like, wow, outside they're talking next to their wrapped Hummer. They go, wow, so he has violent charges and he lied to us, and should we be rethinking this? And we don't know. We feel like maybe we can't trust him because he lied.
Well, I'm just surprised they didn't have a dream and someone was speaking to them in tongues and telling them all this information that they needed to know about this situation. You know what I mean? Because they knew absolutely nothing.
And they thinks that they knew he was arrested for. It didn't even look like he got arrested for. Maybe that was another one. So, so then she was like, I don't know. I don't feel like Marisol's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I could trust him. I feel like he lied. And Jim goes,
he did.
Jim goes, I wouldn't say he lied. I would say he was dishonest.
Okay. Those are the same thing.
That's the same thing, Jim. Let's get out Merriam-Webster. Okay.
To be dishonest, you must lie.
Yes. So, back inside, they asked this cop, like, what do you know about Mickey? What do you know? And he goes, we've had a lot of experience with Mickey.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of evading arrest charges with him. He's a runner.
Oh boy. So
they get into their Rock House Ministries wrapped Hummer with the logo everywhere. And they say, we're going to wait it out, and we're going to wait for God's miracle in our Hummer for Mickey to get out. God's miracle is going to come to them in the Hummer.
I don't want to get us in trouble, so I'm just going to be quiet on this one.
Okay.
The whole miracles and stuff like that. Just praise be.
Praise be.
That's what I'm going to say. Praise be.
So Jim and another black screen of death. Jim and Marisol have been waiting 5 hours to find out if Mickey will be released today. They just received word that there's an update on Mickey's case. So they walk back in and they're told, okay, his court case is postponed until April 3rd, so he won't be out today. And that's another couple of weeks away. And they shake the cop's hand and hand him their business card, come over to Rock House Ministries, and they say goodbye.
I did not see them do that. They did not give him their business card.
No, they didn't.
Okay, but that would have been kind of on brand for them to do that. Like, I would not have been surprised at all.
What if they're like, honk if you love Jesus on their bumper sticker? Okay. So they get back in the Hummer and they FaceTime with Mickey and they're like, do you know what's going on? He goes, I don't know anything. They're like, well, we do. We know what's going on. Can you think of anything that you could think of that would keep you from getting out today since you said you were getting out today and we drove all the way down here? And he goes, yeah, because I'm in here, but I think I have a hold in another county. And they go, yeah, we've been sitting out here all day waiting. And he goes, yeah. Sorry about that, brother. And Jim says,
he's playing them.
totally. And Jim goes, look, man, we need better communication. Your court date is rescheduled for 2 weeks from today, but you got a couple more weeks, my man. And he goes, all right, brother. Thank you, brother. Relax with
he
the
knows
brother.
Well, he's playing them by doing that.
Yes.
That pumps Jim up, like that brothers in Christ. That he likes that. He's feeding right into it. So
yeah,
there you go.
Totally. Yeah. So in the talking head, Marisol goes, it seemed like he probably already knew that this was going to happen. And he acted like to us, he was getting out today for sure. So why did he do that? Okay. At least Marisol maybe has got half of one eye on the situation.
Yeah.
But Jim's like, my man, my brother, he's not a liar. He's just dishonest.
What kind of dumb? But he's the leader of a church.
What kind of dumb?
And he doesn't know the difference between a lie and being dishonest.
Well, maybe he could get his get a thesaurus out. Okay,
maybe he only understands it in tongues.
Now you're thinking.
There we go.
All right, let's go to David and Aaron.
Okay.
This was interesting.
Yeah.
Because Aaron, it took him one day, but he came right out of his shell.
Yes, he did.
So Aaron is singing in his room. Okay. He's a happy man. He wakes up singing to the Lord because he's happy. Okay. It's fine.
Okay, but hold on.
Uh-huh.
When he first was singing, I did not realize he was singing to the Lord. Because what I heard through my ears was something about rump shaking. I heard rump shaking. I was
I've got to go. I got to go. Now I got to go listen again.
Yes, I thought he said rump shaker. And I was like, okay, all right. Aaron, get a crunk in the morning. And then I heard praising the Lord. I'm like, well, goddamn, I don't know what the fuck I heard. I'm like, I heard something completely different.
You can't say praising the Lord and then say GD. You need to tell God you're sorry. That was terrible.
Sorry, Lord.
Okay. Do whatever the Catholics do. All right. So, so David knocks on his door and says, you want to come out and have some breakfast?
Yeah.
So Aaron says, I wake up every morning singing to the Lord, and he sings for the camera, and we didn't need it. And talking head, David says that singing could potentially be annoying.
No, it is annoying.
It is annoying. And I gotta say, no. Don't listen. If you want to sing, you could, that's fine. And you're in your own room and everything, but keep it down.
It was just way too loud.
And also,
why does it have to be that loud?
If we find out that this is his goal in life is to be like, on The Voice or something, I'm going to be mad because I'm going to be like, oh, he only came on the show because he thinks he's a singer, which I didn't think it was that good. So I don't think it wasn't that good. I don't think he's got a career, but maybe that's what he really wants to do.
Well, also he's singing about Jesus, and David is Jewish.
David is Jewish. So, but maybe he didn't know that because they literally
I don't think he knows.
They know nothing about each other.
I don't think he knows. Yeah.
So David has made some bacon, steak, and eggs because I think, Aaron said this is what I would really love for breakfast or whatever. So I think he got it to be nice. And Aaron's like, all right, let's get in here. Let me show you how it's done. So he wants to cook and everything. David tells us he keeps kosher, which means he does not eat bacon or pork of any kind. So it really isn't supposed to have it in his home, actually. But I thought that was, in my mind, I was like, that was him being really nice because he's like, I'm not going to eat that bacon, but I'll get it for you because you like it.
Right.
So he says he grew up Jewish and, actually they have different traditions. And I really didn't know Aaron was into Christianity like that.
Yeah.
He
seems to be he needs to be hooked up with Jim and Marisol.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. But I think Aaron would eat them for lunch. And I think Aaron's way tougher than what we thought. Because he seemed real sweet before, but not now. Oh no. Keisha went away. Let's see if she comes back we'll just talk like this and I'll be by myself until Keisha comes back. It's always fun to sit here alone and look at myself in this giant monitor. Come on back, Keisha. Where is she? Okay, she's back, but I can't add her. There we go. Hey, she's back.
Not sure what happened.
Not sure what happened. I just talked to myself for a minute. Okay, here we go. So they're sitting down to have this breakfast and they're talking. And Aaron says, I want to talk about what your expectations are of me in the house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And David goes, just have open communication, be responsible for the people you bring in, and just like clean up after yourself,
Mm-hmm.
which Aaron was like super offended by. But I thought that's just like,
I
let's
don't
have ground
understand why he
rules.
was. Yeah.
Just clean up. Like, don't leave your dishes in the sink. Just put them in the dishwasher, whatever.
Right.
So Aaron goes, well, here's my thing. Like, I'm not a conversationalist after 10 p.m. Like, if the door is closed after 10 p.m., that means I want to be alone. And that's just like, I was even that way in prison. That's my thing. And he goes, and of course, I've got to really focus on my sobriety. It's been a 20-year battle with me. And I don't know if it's drugs or alcohol or what. We don't know. And he goes, but I don't want you to like bug me or come down on me about it.
Okay.
Okay, does that mean I'm going to
Right.
come home fucked up and you're not allowed to talk about it? Because he says, I don't want you to come down on me about it. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, we have to remember Aaron is not a nice guy. Remember this, his children won't even deal with him.
But I thought he was nice, and I forgot that he even had children because I haven't been taking these notes, so I forgot.
He was real nice because he wanted bacon.
You know what? I'm the same
and
way.
Pockets.
I'm real nice if I want bacon.
Me too.
Me too.
Like I will. Yeah, you can lure me in with bacon.
You can. I'm like Angela on 90 Day when she said, "You trying to manipulate me with cake? I can be manipulated by bacon."
I can be manipulated by cake as well.
Not me. No, I can't be manipulated.
Oh, I can. Yeah,
not me.
I can.
And then David says in a talking head, he goes, yeah, like, I don't know why Aaron said that, but if he's using in the house, he's going to have to go. And we have to build trust. And I don't want to burn that bridge, So Aaron says in his talking head, he goes, I'm really grateful to David for letting me live here, but that doesn't mean I have to kiss his ass. Okay. No, but nobody said that. We're just trying to have like basic communication and basic respect for two people living in the same house. And
that's the same thing with marriage.
Aaron's defensive. He's defensive right away. Now, look, David's a weirdo, but Aaron is defensive.
He's odd. I think he's really, really nerdy, but I think he's a nice guy. But he's an odd.
I know. I shouldn't have said weirdo. That wasn't nice.
He's just odd, but a nice guy.
So, okay. So Aaron says, my biggest concern here is stability. I don't have a lease. And David goes, yeah, that's intentional. Like literally, I don't know you,
Yeah.
He doesn't say that, but he says that's intentional. And Aaron goes like, I get it, but don't go and put my shit on the street. If we go, then we'll go from roommates to enemies. You know what I'm saying? And he laughs.
That's scary. How he said that.
It was scary the way he said it. Cause like, again, before this, I was like, he seems nice. And then they're like, yeah, if there's a situation, we should talk it out. And if it's not working, and Aaron goes, yeah, if something's not working and we decide to change it, we would say we'll change it at the end of the month, or I'm going to burn this fucking house down.
See, he's kind of like scary.
And what was he in prison for? Can't we remember? I got to go back to watch those first two episodes.
Something with drugs, I want to say.
It was drugs. Okay.
But it wasn't just drugs though.
Okay.
It was something else.
Did he like steal from his kids to get drug money or something?
I don't know, but look, here's the thing. There's drug dealers, like big time drug dealers, who have excellent relationships with their kids. Like their kids love them and praise them. So what the fuck did he do to mess up his relationship with his kids? Because it wasn't just that he was on drugs. There's people who have been addicted to drugs and alcohol, and their kids still love them and want to be around them. So he really had to do some bad shit for his daughters not to want to have anything to do with him. I don't think he's a person.
We might have to take to the Reddit to figure it out.
I looked on it. I haven't seen anything about him.
I hate when I have to take to the Reddit because it's so hard. It's so hard to go through it.
Oh, I love a good
I know.
tea.
I know. So does
Mhm.
Kimberly, Date with Daylan. She loves it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you going to have Kimberly back on to talk about Mama June now that Mama June's coming back?
Yeah, we talked about doing that end of the season wrap up. So that's what
Okay.
we did last time. We do it end of the season wrap up. So her and I have been talking already because there was this big teen mom scandal that
Mm.
happened.
I
Oh
saw that
yeah.
guy disappeared, but then he was just running from
Mhm.
his girlfriend.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she into
It
Teen
was
Mom too?
juicy.
Is
Yeah.
Kimberly also into Teen Mom? Okay. That yeah,
Uh-huh. Mhm, mhm,
tracks.
mhm.
Okay. All right. So that's when he says, I'll burn the fucking house down. Ha ha ha. Aren't I funny? Okay. All right.
No.
No, not funny. All right, we're gonna end with Cathy and Daniel and Deven. All right,
Oh
this
boy.
week, because I watched it on my TV instead of on my little
Mhm.
screen here, and I got a good glimpse at old Deven and Carissa, and they are a very good looking brother sister pair. Very
But
attractive.
they don't look at anything alike.
Oh, I think they do.
So I told James, I said, "Hey, have you ever seen a brother sister look so not like brother sister?
I thought they looked alike.
These huge blue eyes. He's got these little bitty brown eyes.
Uh-huh.
They just didn't look alike at all to me. I saw no family resemblance at all.
They're both very attractive people, though. And that'll get you in trouble.
Well, I
Not
mean,
Carissa. She's doing fine. So,
yeah, he got all the bad genes as
yeah,
far as like how to act.
yeah. This message is sponsored by Greenlight. As your kids get older, some things about parenting get easier and others don't, like having a conversation about money. The fact is, kids won't really know how to manage their money until they're actually in charge of it, and that's where Greenlight can help. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families. Parents can send money to their kids and keep an eye on their kids' spending and saving, while the kids and the teens build money confidence and lifelong financial literacy skills. With the app, kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely thanks to games that teach money skills in a fun, accessible way. The Greenlight app also includes a chores feature where you can set up one-time or recurring chores customized to your family's needs and reward kids with allowance for a job well done. This is what we did with our kids. We would say, okay, if you water the plants, it's $1 every time you do it, or something like that. And by the end of the week, they wanted to do things around the house like unload the dishwasher or set the table because they would get money in their little bank. And it was so easy. It was one tap on my end to put that money in. At the end of the week, they could save half, keep half for themselves, and then they had their card all the time on them, and they really gave them a lot of financial confidence, I think. Millions of parents and kids are learning about money on Greenlight. It's the easy, convenient way for parents to raise financially smart kids and families to navigate life together. Sign up for Greenlight today and get your first month free when you go to greenlight.com/pinkshade. That's greenlight.com/pinkshade to try Greenlight for free. Greenlight.com/pinkshade. So, okay. So Cathy is saying to Daniel in the kitchen, it's so funny because he's like sitting at the kitchen table with his little suitcase right next to him, like he just walked in and sat down. And she goes, so you got all the way to Chris's house with Deven, and he decided he wanted to stay there with her for a couple more days in Colorado. And she goes, we went to a lot of trouble, and he waited till the last minute to tell you this. And Daniel goes, yeah, but we have to help him. I was friends with his granddad and I said I would. And she was like, she didn't like it.
I mean, and I get both points of view. I get that he's been in prison. He wants to hang out with his family for a little bit. I mean, he is moving to another state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also get that he did it last minute as well.
Yeah.
And this man literally flew down because they had a plan and then you changed it last minute. So I get it both ways.
So Black Screen of Death, it says, Deven must check in with his parole officer in Texas by the end of the day tomorrow or risk going back to prison. To make it in time, he must leave his sister's house in Colorado first thing tomorrow morning. Okay. So God, it's like a Smokey and the Bandit situation. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they can to be done. Sorry. I loved that movie growing up. Loved it.
I've never seen it. Like I know what it's about.
Oh yeah.
I know the actors, but I've never seen that movie.
So good. Okay. Now in Montrose, Colorado, it might be Montrose, but I wrote Montrose, Colorado.
It's Montrose.
Montrose. Okay. Forgot a letter. Carissa asked Deven, hey, I need you to get up and can you please mow the lawn? And I want you to do it horizontal and diagonal, not in a circle. And he goes, all right. She goes, I'm headed to like drop off the kids. When I come back, like, please just, I was like, he's only there one day. Damn. So
so that's what I thought. So it's like, she's really asking him to do like that. And he's only here for a day.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of odd. And then I thought it was odd that she had to give him directions on how to do it. I said, he does not strike me as a person that can do stuff. You can't give him directions. Your yard is going to be fucked up and in all circles like a UFO just landed in your front yard.
Yeah.
Girl, he's not going to do it right. But
has he ever mowed the yard before? Why does she think he's qualified to mow the yard? I don't even know.
I don't know.
And Deven says, yeah, like I just have this one day and it's stressful because I got to like drive the 11 hours to Texas. And so,
yeah.
Well, okay, that was your choice. And
True.
He starts to mow the lawn and it looks like number one, it did not need cutting. And then number two, he's literally chopping up the lawn.
He fucked that yard up.
Yeah. He was like, oh, I'm going to set it on the lowest setting. Is all over. All right.
Yeah.
Now a girl named Kyla calls and he's like, what up, boo? And he tells us that he met her in a halfway house. You know, it's good popping at the halfway house, Keisha. Shit's going down at the halfway house.
Halfway houses aren't quite like how they used to be.
Back in my day, a halfway house was for punishment. Now it's a place to party.
I mean, you kind of want to go there. That's where all the drugs, the sex, all of that, Chick-fil-A eating, and I mean,
you're meeting friends, and yeah. So he says, we really will always be close. We'll always love each other. We're very close friends. And so obviously they're friends with benefits because she's like, come and see me. Come and see me. You should come and see me. And he goes, I don't want to disrespect my sister by leaving. You know, I got to stay here and like hang out with the kids or whatever. And it's like crazy Uncle Devin's home from prison. And he says to the camera, he says, it's also a trigger for him to go to Craig, Colorado, where Kyla lives. He did a lot of crimes there. He did a lot of drugs there. And he doesn't want to get there and relapse. So he is thinking ahead to what could trigger him. So that's good, even though he had some sex being offered. That was good.
I think he totally went there.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Okay. He either went there or he met a vampire on his street because that thing on his neck.
I thought he had a zit on his neck.
Girl, that looked like a whole vampire attacked him. So I gotta look closer. Or a vampire was in his backyard or in the garage waiting for him. One of the two.
Maybe a mosquito got him when he was mowing the grass.
That mosquito had to be the size of a fucking human.
Do they have mosquitoes in Colorado? It seems.
I don't know. I don't know. But something most definitely happened to that child's neck.
Okay.
It's huge.
Okay. All right. I didn't even see it. I didn't mean to thumbs up it, but I did. All right. So Carissa comes home and is like, the lawn looks like total shit. You chopped up my lawn. What did you even do today? And he goes like, you know what? This is what people that are addicts, this is what we get mad about. What did you do today? Did you go get high today? Quit asking me, or I do want to go and get high today. Okay, well, guess what?
When it got high.
Let me tell you one thing. If you are a person, and I am a person who has lived with an addict, when you're a person who lives with an addict, it is your right in your own home to ask that person, are you fucking around on my property? Like, did you go get high today? We had an agreement. You're not following the agreement. I need you to get the fuck out.
Well,
she has every right to ask. She has every right to ask that. She does.
Do you think she asked him that because he looked like he was high?
No, I think she's like, how fast did you mow the lawn and then come back here and get in the bed? Like, you obviously did the worst job possible. No, I don't think he looked high. So the producer says, did you use drug? And he smiles and goes, nah.
But he did his arms like that.
Yeah, he says, nah. And then they asked, did you go see Kyla? He goes, no, I didn't go see Kyla. I didn't want to put myself in a position like that.
Because he got attacked by a vampire.
Okay. So a
Yeah.
vampire mosquito bit him while he was mowing the grass.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to go back and look at it now, Keisha. Now I feel stupid.
Okay.
And you go back and look at those dishes piled up all over the kitchen.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
totally missed that one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So he tells her, he's like, I get it. I get it. Like, leave me alone, dude. And she says, to the camera, she goes, addicts can just completely turn on you. And she said, no, she says to him, she goes, addicts can turn on you and you have to listen to me because I'm your sister. And he's like, okay, dude, I got it. Leave me alone, mom. Ugh.
He's so 13.
Oh, he is. And so in the talking head, she goes, he's in transition to being an adult. He's not an adult. And I hope
Right.
that when he goes to live with Daniel and Cathy, he can grow up a little bit. And she's in her mind, she's like, one day was enough. Bye-bye.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he says, I'm really ready to get away from Colorado and start my journey and get out of here, right? Because he doesn't want to be there. He wants to start this whole new life and a sober life and whatever. So they both say, sorry, I love you, whatever. So now he's driving. He's driving. I don't know what this car is or when it recently got an oil change, but they're driving.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. It was like, when was the last time someone started up this vehicle? Was anything checked before he got on the road to travel from Colorado to Texas? Like, did
11-hour drive?
Tires? Yeah. Like, seriously, like, when was the last time someone drove it? That is, I don't know anything about vehicles, but I know that a car being just like sitting on the side of a house for like a long time, and it is not okay to just drive it like that.
No, and all his shit was still in the back seat. I mean, so he's driving. He's saying, I'm looking forward to this new start. I'm really looking forward to being around these sober people, Daniel and Cathy. But I am worried about getting there in time. Oh, I felt like I should have left a little earlier or whatever. Now the car overheats. Now, luckily, of course, he's being followed by a production man, so it's fine. And literally, it's like, my car's overheating, but he looks to be like in the parking lot of like a fix-it place, like a garage. You know what I mean? I was like, well, that's convenient that you happen to be like at a gas station or like a Pep Boys or whatever. And, he's like, I'm not going to make it in time. So what I say is, no, we don't think he's going back to prison. We're not fooled, Matt Sharp. Don't try to get us. All right.
Well, and then we've seen in like the previews that he is at Daniel and Cathy's house, probably learning how to become a beekeeper like Cathy.
I love a beekeeper. I don't want to have them in my own yard, but I'd like for somebody to give me some honey. I'm really still trying to find somebody who's got chickens to give me some eggs. It's like, that's my dream. Have a friend with some chickens.
Move to Texas.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing that. Yeah. All right. Next time on Inmate to Roommate, we meet Emily. New girl. And she says, I'm going to have a roommate I've never met moving to my house. It could be disastrous. And she's just sort of blonde and cute. And then we see a real fucking scary guy named Jason, age 50.
Balls. Like, why would when you saw that mugshot, you said, hey,
he looks nice.
Welcome this fucking serial killer to my house. He looks like he worships the devil. That was insane.
He looks crazy.
Yes, he does. Evil was in his eyes.
He's 50 years old, and this girl, Emily, looked like she was like in her 20s. This is crazy. And he says, my name is Jason, and I'm a master manipulator, and I thrive on chaos, and I'm good at it. Sounds like a great roommate. We see him walking out of prison. He doesn't look quite as scary as he did in that mugshot. He didn't. But I'm a master manipulator. I thrive on chaos is not the direction we need to go in here. No.
I'm just going to go solely based off of the mugshot. I don't give a fuck how he looks when he's walking out of prison. All I see is the mugshot.
It's terrifying.
Yes.
Terrifying. Okay. Yes. So that's going to be a good storyline. Also, why is she taking him in? That's weird. That's weird. The whole thing's weird. Okay. Now we see Cyndi, Jennifer, and Richard arrive at Cindy's house. They're like, home sweet home. Here we are. Jennifer, who just got out of prison, looks around and goes, oh my God, this is gross. It smells horrible. And I don't know if I can live in Cindy's house.
I don't. Home sweet home. You mean home sour home?
She just got out of prison where she shared one room and had to poop with her roommate looking at her. And she's afraid of this house.
I would be too. I can't even imagine how it smells.
Oh. Analisa and Mark have another fight, and she says, "You don't have to stay here." And Vada tries to take care of this situation, but then that makes her mad. And Vada comes out of the back, and he's in like a half zip. It looks like what's happening in this house? It's got stains all over it. And he comes
Who
out in like
knows?
this stained looking half zip, and he's holding some like trash in his hands. And he's like, "Okay, everybody." And he's trying to calm it down. And then his talking head, Vada goes, "I hate all this animosity." And then we see Analisa say to Mark, "You're enjoying this, huh?" Because Analisa and Vada are sniffing at each other. And Analisa says to Mark, "You're enjoying this, huh? With your devilish behavior."
And then Mark starts like,
and he starts laughing.
He's so just evil.
He's a bad person.
He's a bad person. He really just is a bad person. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, next week we'll have a new episode right here in this spot. For the rest of the week, Keisha, we've got 90 Day Happily Ever After tomorrow. I've got Real Housewives of New Jersey coverage this Thursday with a very special guest. Her name is Keisha.
Whoa, I know her, I think I know her.
It's so funny because more than one person reached out. It was like, Keisha's very into Jersey. You should have her on. I was like, great. Say no more. In the words of Chris on MILF Manor, say less. Say less.
That was on in the background earlier today.
So good.
And I was just like, what the? And I have to remind myself, how I feel about this is how she feels about Mama June. So I try not to be judgmental, but I was judging the hell out of those people. I was like, what the fuck did they just say?
So you haven't even, so we're recording this on Sunday for this episode to drop Monday. Just wait till you won't, but if you did get a load of what happens on Sunday night, because I've already seen the episode. Woo! Something.
So I heard someone's like uncle came in.
An uncle. So it's dads and sons, and now and an uncle and a nephew were there as well.
Yeah, I was hearing that, and then I heard a couple of things. I was like, "What the fuck did they just?" I just scroll back. I'm like, "This is what she thinks about Mama June. Don't be so judgmental." But yeah, I just look at those people like, "What is wrong with them?" But
I know, but that doesn't matter because Thursday you and I are going to talk about Real Housewives of New Jersey. Okay,
they have been just something else.
Yeah, Rachel Fuda, love Rachel Fuda.
She had her foot on Teresa's neck.
Yeah, and I will tell you guys, I will tell you this too, Keisha. So my friend Kate Casey did a great interview with John Fuda. And I was, thinking about it, I was like, they literally don't talk about the Teresa, the Louis, nothing. They literally just talk about his background as a teenager and being arrested and all that, and how he met his ex. And, he was like, he says on the interview, he goes, "I told a story on the show, which is true. She hit him with her car or with a baseball bat or something." He goes, "I literally have, from my ankle to my hip, steel rods for what that woman did to me. It's not just the addiction." And he basically was like, she never came to court to claim her kid. She's never been his mother. Like Rachel is his mother. It's very interesting.
Wow.
It's and he's like, for me to be a 20-something guy, 20-something-year-old guy with full custody of a 5-year-old.
That says a lot.
He goes, it says a lot. And he goes, he talked about his business that he has, like valet parking businesses. And of course, that's why Teresa said he was like he parked cars. And his story is very interesting. He's like raised by his mom and his grandmom. So it was a great interview. I recommend going to listen to that over on Kate Casey's podcast, John Fuda. Okay. Also this week we'll come out on Monday, the MILF Manor recap with Deanna. And then over on Hey Bunky this weekend, I'm going to have Amy Archer, and we will be talking about 90 Day Love in Paradise and also 90 Day UK.
Yay.
Okay. That's what's going on Pink Shade, guys.
Sounds like a great week.
It's a great week. I got Keisha twice. What could I ask for more?
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Anything exciting happening on the Libra Lounge with Keisha?
So a new episode is coming out Friday because I've got that interview with the girls from the new show what is it? Family Empire.
Oh,
That's going to be premiering on the 28th on OWN. But we're also going to talk about the Teen Mom scandal.
Okay.
The newest scandal on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Things are popping off over there.
I saw that Kenya got suspended.
Ooh. Indefinitely. Yes.
That was so stupid. Why did she do that?
I don't know. And I'm going to try to squeeze in a little bit of Mama June.
Okay, because it
and
started.
to wrap it all up. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, everybody,
Thank
check out
you.
Keisha's podcast, The Libra Lounge with Keisha. She'll be talking about those things she just mentioned. And check out me and Keisha both on Instagram. She is The Libra Lounge with Keisha. I am Pink Shade Pod. And I will talk to you Thursday about Jersey. Okay, I'm looking for my off button. Okay, bye. Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.